Welcome, everyone, to Lubbock, Texas, and Jones AT&T Stadium, home to the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And this crowd, as always, will be rowdy because they've been gearing up since early this morning. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Red Raiders will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fair catch called for and made. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking for a man. It's Bruce. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll run play action. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. To the ground to try to move the chain. Once for the tackle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And the Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. To the ground, he's got it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the air. It's Bruce. Quick completion on the out route.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Now on the move. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they jump on top.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
7, 0.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. A first down for the offense. Dropping back, it's Wall. It's complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Looking left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is the way you set the tone, man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to throw, it's Wall. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Some tough running there to create a little space and get it out to the 10.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. What a terrible, terrible shank. Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Wall. He finds his man. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. He's got it on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Toppin. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They're going to throw it again. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. BYU is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure the folks around that program feel that way. Something is up there in Provo. They're trailing by 14 to Texas A&M. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Right back to it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run play.
Now rolling to the left. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing one off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. Keeps them honest. Makes them realize they got to play the run, too. Great play.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, TCU! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2.
The inside handoff. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on 1st down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he added the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw, it's Bruce. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that would cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
Going up top on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, TCU.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Bruce. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the catch down the right side. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Red Raiders will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those 2.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
And on second down for this offense. Red pass, it's complete. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
To the air on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Looking down the middle. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
691, Gators score.
To the air, it's Wall. Looking for the score. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pressure coming. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
That's a good example of a good pass rush affecting the quarterback's rhythm. He wasn't able to just take his steps and throw with his feet underneath him on balance. He was forced to move, forced to escape the pocket, and right away everything fell apart with the accuracy and obviously not on the same page with his wide.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
Well, they get another big run for a 1st down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Dances away from the heat. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Bruce. Now adjusting. He's going to take off. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nor for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Buys a little extra time. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
On the ground, it's Toppin. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Wall. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be brought down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. The give on the inside. He's in open space downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's led to 3,000 yards now.
And that's a lot when you consider some of the injury issues they've had up front throughout his career. It doesn't matter. This guy still finds ways to make positive things happen. 3,000 yards, that's a lot for a running back.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Bruce. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds space on the right. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
That's the end of the third quarter play. The score, TCU 21, Texas Tech 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse and Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies, 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. To throw, it's Bruce. Buying some time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Nice job holding on to that football really tight at the end of the run. You got to understand the situation. You're up. It's the fourth quarter. I want to keep that clock moving, but more importantly, I can't.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Trucks through the defender. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Looking downfield, it's Wall. It's complete on the right side.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? He's got his man. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's so frustrating on a defense. I mean, you got great initial coverage. You understand 3rd and short, the ball might come out fast, and then what does the quarterback do? Scrambles around, buys time, gets the first down pretty easily. Now you got a new fresh set of downs, a new fresh set of problems.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Brings up 2nd down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Here we go. Timber.
The back goes in motion. To the air, it's Wall. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
4-2 Spider.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man on the right. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Coming after him. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to. They had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat the clock, get out of here with a W.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. The Horned Frogs brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Going to the running game. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The give to the back. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll give it to the back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins.